All right, welcome to another episode of Operations Research. This is a continuation of what we did the other time. That's model formulation, linear program model formulation. All right, so this example goes like a small mining company, for instance. I will not mention any mining company, right? Operate three mines. The ore from each mine is separated into two grades. So the ore from each mine. So mine one separated into two grades, that's high grade and low grade. Before it is shipped, the daily production capacities of the mines and their respective operating costs are shown in the following table. And of course, you can see that. Sorry, you can see that. Right. So, given that the company has committed itself to deliver 54,000 tons of high grade and 65,000 tons of low grade ore in a given week, formulate a mathematical. So this is where the linear programming comes in. Mathematical. I told you there are two main types of models when it comes to operation research. So formulate a mathematical model to determine the number of days each mine should be operated in the week in question if the company is to fulfill its commitment at minimum total operating cost. So this minimum total operating cost is the objective function. Are you okay? Alright, so let me quickly solve this one. Alright, so solution. So what do we know about and how do we formulate a model for linear programming problem? Identification of what? Decision what? Variables. Yes. So we identify our decision variables, and the decision variable is what the question is asking us to do. Says we should find a number of days. So you say let xi be the number of let xi be the number of I be the number of sorry. Let me clean this. Let xi be the number. So you need to understand the problem, right? Let xi be the number of days my I. So how many mines do you have? One, two, three. Operates in a week. Mhm. So xi is the number of days mine I. The mines are three. Operates in a week. So for instance, x1, you can say x1 is the number of days. Mine what? Mine one operates within a week. X2 follows the same routine. Mine two operates. X3 is the number of days. Mine what? Three operates. Thank you. So this is the decision variable that we've chosen. Then we come to the objective what? Objective function. That's the main thing the problem is asking us to do. So this one is the decision variables. Decision variables. Alright, so objective function. I will have minimize because it's coming from here. Minimize. You can see that minimize min z. Z is the cost function. We are minimizing the cost. The cost is also here. So for mine one, if they are to operate within a day, the cost for a day is 20,000 of the number of days mine one is needed to operate within a week, plus 22,000 times the number of days mine two has to operate within a week, plus 18,000 mine three has to operate within a week. Alright. So this is my objective function, as simple as pi, right? Very simple. Oh, very simple. It'll be fun. Then after objective function, we come to what? Almighty system constraints. System constraints. This one. The system constraint is the scarce resource or unlimited resources. So we have two constraints here. We have the high grade and the low what? The low grade. So the high grade, let me go to the next page. So I have high grade. So high grade, we are saying that mine one, the high grade they can produce within a day is 4,000. So 4,000 and the number of days they will work in a week plus my two high grade. So 1,000 times the number of days my two would operate within a week plus 1,000, so they can produce 1,000 grades that are bread. And the number of days my three operates within a week should be okay. So take your time. Let me check this word. Sometimes you need to be fluent in English so that you can answer some of the constraints. So the question said the constraints of the problem. The company is committed. When you see someone is committed, what does it mean? It means it's a matter of English. Oh. The person can produce more than that tons within the what? Within the day or within the week. So it says that within the week, the mines can produce 54,000 committed. It means can produce more than that. So greater than or equals to 54,000 tons of high grade. This is the first constraint satisfied. So we are done with the constraint for high grade. We come to constraint for what? Low grade. So low grade, the commitment is 65,000. So how many tons can my one produce for low grade? 4,000 again. So the second constraint is low grade plus high grade or low grade or low grade or. So again 4,000 times the number of days my one works or operates within a week plus 4,000 for my two, the number of days they operate within a week plus 6,000, the number of days my three. This one is also greater than or equals to because they are committed to produce 65,000 within a week. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is not the end. Of course, x1, x2, x3 are number of days. How many days are in a week? That's the days in a week constraints. You need to factor all this one. That's why engineering is not for the weak, for the strong. And I know you are strong there, right? Yes, give me a thumbs up if you are strong. So days in a week, we have 7 days in a week. So what we say is xi, which I said is the number of days, the decision variable, should be less than or equal to 7. I don't know whether you have 8 days in a week. So it means that x1, x2, x3, the number of days needed by my 1, 2, and 3 should be equals to 7 or less than 7. And the days cannot be 0 as well. It should be greater than or equal to 0. So this is the non-negativity rule. So always you put the non-negativity constraint or rule in the last constraint. So the last constraint is x I, number of days cannot be a negative value, cannot have negative 2 days. You will say you are mad. Sorry for that. So it means again x1, x2, because there are number of days for my one to operate in a week, my two to operate in a week, my three to operate in a week. How can number of days be less than 0? So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for staying with me. All right, I shall see you in the next lecture.